Hey guys, as I've said before, tomorrow is going to be probably a tough day for me and my kids, as well as my other family members. Tomorrow marks the 2-year anniversary of our dad's passing, and my sister said it perfectly earlier. You think you're doing better. You think it's going to be okay. You're like, okay, this year it's not going to sting as bad. And then the day before comes and you go, this still really hurts. You know? And I was blessed with 25 years with him. There was quite a long time that he was not in my life. But while he wasn't in my life, he was in my sister's life. And when he wasn't in her life, he was in our other brother and sister's lives. Like I've said before, my dad had 3 families, and good, bad, or different, he loved his kids, and he loved his grandkids with an amazing love. And he had this special bond with the 3 of us girls. I can't even put into words because I can't speak for Courtney or Sharna. But he loved us with such an amazing love. And though there were times he was a jerk and he was tough, it was only because he didn't want us to go down the same road he had gone down. Like when he saw that I got married the first time, and he walked me down the aisle and gave me away. That was one of the hardest days of his life because he didn't want me to marry my first husband. He did not approve of him. And when I called him and I said that he had hit me, he said something that just I've held on to for so long. You don't deserve that, blank. And he said, and if any of this is because of what you've gone through with me, I'm sorry. And that single moment meant more to me at that point than anything else did, because they say you marry a man like your dad, and Troy was a lot like my dad. He was strong and stubborn and mean at times, and he put on this act to be something big, bad, and tough, but underneath it all he was just a teddy bear. And it's hard, you know. And he told me that he would respect me, whatever I chose, but that he thought, move on. And when I got together with Ed, he liked Ed. He thought Ed was a good guy. He couldn't make it to the wedding because he was actually traveling at the time. I think they were on vacation or something, to the Bahamas or something like that, and which is fine. But he when we had Matthew, he drove all the way from Boston down to New Jersey in one day, spent 5-6 hours with us, and then left and went home. And he did the same thing for Elizabeth, my niece. His first grandson, his first granddaughter, he did that for her. And he was such a great grandfather. Like, he just loved those kids so much. And he couldn't wait to see them. And I had been planning to see him 2 years ago this day. I was going to go the 17th, 18th, and 19th. And I was going to go, it was my brother and my sister and I were all going to go together. And he refused. He said to me and my brother, he said, because my brother had the same conversation with them, and he said no. And I said, but Daddy, I want to see him. He goes, no. And I said, but, and he goes, end of story. And I was like, okay. All right. And I couldn't understand then, but now I know. And I'm not saying this to hurt anybody, so please know that if you, please know that if you feel that I'm being hard on you or I'm being mean, I'm not. I'm saying this from the heart. He didn't want any of us around. He wanted to die in peace and with dignity. And he didn't want any of us to watch him suffer. And that's why he tried to go into the basement. That's why he tried to leave. He wasn't losing his mind. He was trying to spare us because his love was that big. And that's why I refuse to fight him and say, well, no, Dad, I'm going to come anyway. That's not what he wanted. And, you know, I've taken a lot of heat about that. I don't regret that. But, I love my dad. Not sure what that noise is. But I miss him. And if your dads are still around, hug them extra tight. Because when they're gone, that emptiness hurts deeply. It's my dad. It's my dad a few months before. Maybe a year before. He was my best friend and my biggest fan. When I told him I was going to do photography, he was elated because he was a photographer himself, and he had so much faith in me. More faith than I ever had in myself. And there are days that I feel like I left him down like big time. And other times, like when I look at the family portraits I just did a couple weeks ago, it's like there's this butterfly, huge, like he was like this big, floating around. And I looked at my best friend and I said, my dad's here. And she said, I thought that too. And she goes, because he knows that you were nervous. He wanted to calm you down. It was like, he's always letting me know that he's with me in little ways, and I know he's with my sisters. I know he's with my brothers, and with my niece and nephew, and with my kids, and my stepmom, and his brother and sister-in-law, and the whole family. I know he lets us know in little ways that he's with us, and just wanted to share. So I'm gonna go. Oh, this is one of the pictures he took that same year. I think I've shared this before, where he said, like I explained that we have, you know, 3 different families basically. He said, with us, this is him, and this is me, and this is my brother. And he said, notice how the wings overlap each other. He said, we're always taking care of each other. And that meant the world to me. So thanks for watching, guys, and sorry I got a little emotional, but dads are awesome. So hug yours a little tighter.